I am Cindy from Crochet. Today I'm not teaching you how to crochet, but I'm going to teach you how to make DIY stuff. This is how I transform my own clothes to the Alice costume. So I have Queen of Hearts costume and Alice costume. The link for Queen of Hearts costume is in the description box. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make the Alice costume. This is my sketch and I hope you can enjoy. Alright, and then let's move on to the agenda of the component of the Alice dress. Okay, for the first one, you will need the hairband. The second one, you will need the collar and the ribbon bush. This one is detachable. So you need the stud button and the safety pin to attach the ribbon bush. And then the white rabbit, this one is a crochet stuff. If you want to see the tutorial, please click in the link in the description box for the tutorial for the white rabbit. And then the next one is a corset. Okay, the corset is pretty hard in my opinion. And then the bow belt, for the bow belt is detachable as well. The corset and the bow belt are detachable. And then the base dash, the base dash is not very hard. You just need the blue dash and then just decorate as follow. And this is all the component for the Lolita dress. This is a very cute Alice Lolita costume. For the fundamental equipment, you will need this equipment as the basic equipment to make a dress. First of all, you need at least a mini sewing machine. Actually, you can hand sew it, but it will take a very long time. So it is okay if you don't have the sewing machine, you can hand sew it. Okay. The second one would be the thread and the needle. Please find the thread that match your clothes. Also, this is very important, the scissors. And then the stud button. This one is important for some of the clothes because I need a stud button to attach the piece of cloth together. And the last one is a safety pin bush. This one is really useful because you can make the decoration and you can like take it off. It is detachable because most of my courses I design it contain the part that are detachables. So let's see the next slide. You also need the old blue dress with short or long sleeve is fine, a light blue dress, the white coat or the white own shirt. Also black and white checkerboard. You actually need the blue base dress and all others are just optional. The light blue dress is for corset and ruffle. The white one is for the ruffle and collar, and the checker one is for the belt and ruffle. You can have other corsets. Okay, and then more equipment you need for Alice Lolita dress would be the lace ribbon. You can have a variety of lace ribbon, 1 to 1.5 cm wide. And then you will need the lace ribbon 8 to 10 cm wide, and you need the elastic cord. You can have like 6 mm elastic cord because this one will make around your neck. And then the last one is a leather string. The leather string will be necessary for making the corset. Okay, for the decoration, you need this following. First, you need the pearl with the chain. This one you can make it by yourself. You can find the tutorial somewhere on the YouTube. And the next one is a rhinestone. This one you can buy it from AliExpress or eBay, or you can just use the pearl beads. And the last one is a pearl beads. This one you need a little bit of pearl beads to make a decoration. I recommend you using 4 mm pearl beads, the white pearl beads. Okay, then for the base dash ruffle. For the base dash ruffle, this is the base dash, so you can just have your own blue dress and then decorate as follow. So for the ruffle part, the first one is around the neck. you will need 6 cm wide ruffle, and the length is depend on your collar. So it depends on your neck, and it depends on how detailed you want on your ruffle. And then you need to make the ruffle around the wrist part. So the wrist part, you will need the white coat for 8 cm wide and the blue coat for 7 cm wide, and then you make a ruffle. And for the hemline, okay, we make a 3 layer of ruffle. The first layer would be 6 cm wide white coat, and then the second layer would be 9 cm wide blue coat, and then for the last layer would be 10 cm wide the black and white check coat. Okay, and you're going to cut these courses as the measurement. For the length, it depends on you. You can decide by yourself, and you can stitch it and make the ruffle. Okay, let's start making the dress. So first of all, just wear the blue braces. Make sure you can wear it. It is not too tight. It's not too big. And then you measure the neck part as a square neckline. And then you can just draw the simple outline when you wear it, and then just draw it later with the right measurement later, like what I'm doing right now. Just draw it as follows. Okay, also measure at the back side as well, the square neckline. And then cut it as you draw. You can leave a little of the curve, like 1 centimeter, because you need to sew the line. Then for the edge and sew it. You can use the hand sew, or you can even use the sewing machine. After that, you fold it again for another 1 cm and stitch it. This one will make the space for inserting the elastic string. After that, you make the ruffle. I cut it from my own curve, and then I just stitch it in order to make a ruffle. So to make a ruffle, you need to use your hand and then the needle to stitch it, and then just pull it like this. Okay, now you will have the ruffle. So this ruffle is about 6 cm wide, and then you just attach the ruffle on the neckline. So make sure that after you pull and make the ruffle, it is enough to cover all the neck circumference, and then you sew it a little bit below the 1 cm edge. So please sew it below 1 cm edge, and then cut the elastic string a little bit shorter than your neck circumference, and then just insert it through the space at the 1 cm edge, you know. Okay, after that you can have the elastic string on your neck. You can wear it off shoulder, or you can even wear it like a square neck. Then add the rest on top of the ruffle. So this one is look very cute. You can use a hand sew as well, because my sewing machine is not that good, so I use my hand to sew it. Then you cut the checker code as the measurement. For the checker code would be 10 cm wide, the blue code would be 9 cm wide, and then for the white code would be 6 cm wide, and then you make a ruffle, and then you just sew it on top by making. Don't forget to mark where to attach the ruffle. I measure it from the bottom and then just draw it with the pencil. So just draw it like that. Alright, and then you need to start attaching from the top to bottom. So I start with the white ruffle first, and then the blue ruffle, and then the black and white checker. So this is a lot of work, so I need to use the sewing machine. My sewing machine is really basic, it's not that good, but I can use it. And then attach the right blue ruffle like that. Okay, for the sleeve part, you need to use two ruffle, which is the blue ruffle for 7 cm wide and the white ruffle for 8 cm wide, and then you just sew it together and put on the lace on top. Okay, put on the lace. The lace should be matched with the collar part, you know. The lace should be matched for the next part. Okay, for the corset making. Okay, this is a corset making, so you might need the light blue cord, or you can cut it from your own dress. I cut it from my own dress, so the shape is pretty good. So first of all, for the corset part, you need the 23 cm long corset, but the width it depends on your body circumference. And then you make the ruffle part. So the ruffle don't make too much detail ruffle. I cut a 18 cm long blue hose. The width is depend on you, maybe a little bit longer than the body corset. And for the last part, the bottom part would be the white hose, and then you cut it at the same width as the blue cord for 12 cm long, and then you just decorate it by the lace ribbon on the top and the sideway, and the lace ribbon on the bottom of the corset, and also make the patchwork. You can cut the cloth and then sew the hem and then just attach it on the corset. Also, you need to use the leather string to make the corset as well. Also, just make the small bow bushes in order to attach it on the leather string. So I'm going to use the on dress. The A-line skirt is also okay. I use a light blue one, and then I wear it and draw the line above my chest, and then just draw it on the coat like that. Also measure the coat for like 23 cm and draw it on the bottom, and then also cut it out. Just cut it out according to your outline. Cut it out like this, and also don't forget to take off the zip. Also cut the middle of the dress as well. For this part, you can use the just ordinary light blue coat. You don't need to use the dress if you don't have one. But for me, using the old dress is very easy because the shape is okay for that. And then the rest of the coat, you cut it for 18 cm wide and then make a ruffle and then sew it to the main corset part. So for this one, you don't need to make a lot of detail ruffle, just a little bit of ruffle is okay. Okay, I sew the ruffle. So make the ruffle a little bit longer than the corset, and then you attach the stud button at each end in order that you can take it off to wear the corset easily. Okay, after that, make sure you fold the ruffle diagonally and sew it. Sew it. Try to hide the thread a little bit because this will be shown on your ruffle. Okay, and then just attach the white cord, which is 12 cm wide, below the blue ruffle. Okay, you will get something like this. I fold and sew it a little bit, but I try to hide the thread so it won't show on my corset. Alright, and then attach the waist ribbon. For the lace, this one for this one, I recommend you need the one that has the hole on because we going to insert the leather string to make the corset. Also use another lace ribbon to attach it below the white ruffle as well. Okay, this one will make it look very pretty. Alright, and then use the leather string and put the leather string in the hole to make the corset. You can fold it long and then fold it half, cut it long and fold it half, and then start to put the string in the hole from the top to bottom. Because if you leave it at the bottom, you can just like loosen it all the time. You need to loosen the string part all the time, because you need to wear it. Like if it's too tight, you cannot even wear the corset. Okay, and then put the string like this. Okay, and then left both ends at the bottom of the corset. For me, to make your corset fit to your body, I also insert the elastic string to the edge of the back side. So to do so, you need to sew the edge a little bit, just like what you do on the neck part. So it is the same thing, just like insert the string through the 1 cm edge or something, and then just sew it. Then for the patchwork, I print it from the computer and then just draw it on the cord, and then sew the outline of the patchwork like this. Okay. Okay, after that I attach all the patchwork on the corset, put it on the white part. Okay, and then you can hand sew it, and then make a small bow bushes to attach it on the string. And then this is the other parts and the decoration for Alice. This is the other part. They are all detachable. The first one will be the collar. For the collar, you will cut the white cloth as 46 cm long, around 10 cm wide, and then you can sew the lace on top, and they will be very cute. And also make the bow. For the first bow, it is on headband. You need to make the bow as big as you want. You make 2 bows and then overlap them, and then just sew it on the piece of cloth and make it on your headband or something. So for me, I will teach you about this headband, because this headband is also detachable from the structure as well, and you can change the cover of the headband to other type of design, and you can change it, so you don't need a lot of structure. And then for the collar bush, this one is the same thing as the headband. You can just use 2 layers of bow and then overlap each other, and the size is depend on your design. You can decorate it with the rhinestone and also the braided chain pearl. Chain pearl. And then the last one will be the belt, the bow belt. For the bow belt, you need to cut the black cross for like 10 cm wide, and then you fold it half. So totally for the belt you will going to have only 5 cm wide. And then for the bow part, you need to cut the cord like rectangular cord 4 cm wide and 27 cm long. You will cut 2 pieces, okay, and then you sew them together. And for the bow tail, you need to cut the cord as the following shape, and then you cut 2 pieces and sew them together as well. This is how you make the belt. Okay, for the belt, just cut 2 pieces of rectangular shape cord for 12 and 12 times 27 cm, and then just sew it together. I sew it on the wrong side and then reverse the right side, just like what I'm doing right now. Okay, this is the right side. Make sure that you get the rectangle shape. Okay, and then we are going to sew the mitten together to form the bow. Okay, I also fill in the polyester fiber. So for me, I fill in a little bit of polyester fiber for half of the bow first, and then just sew the mitten. I will sew the middle right here. Alright, after you sew the middle, you are going to fill in more polyester on the other side. Okay, fill in more polyester fiber on. Fill in more polyester fiber. Then sew it to close the bow. Okay, and then for the strap, you need to cut the long back cord for 10 cm wide and then fold it half. So you're going to have like 5 cm wide for the strap, and then sew it on the wrong side and then reverse it. This process might be a little bit hard to reverse, but please try to do so. Okay, now I get the back strap. Alright, and then you cut the bow tail as follow shape. You can cut it for 2 pieces of cloth and then just sew it as well. I sew it as well and then just reverse it out the same way I make the bow and the belt. And then just sew it on the bow. Okay, just sew it like it and then use the small piece of corset to cover, and then just sew it with the back strap. Okay, I'm sewing the back strap to the bow, and also don't forget you need a stud button to secure the belt on your waist, you know. Okay, now I'm sewing the stud button. Alright, now we're done. Okay, and the next part will be the collar. Just cut the white cord for 46 cm long and 10 cm wide approximately, and make sure that you can wrap around your neck as well. Okay, this is my size, you know, you need to try it on yourself. For me, I use the white on cord because they already have something like the collar, so it's quite easier, but you can use the normal piece of cord as well if you have the cord. And then I attach the 10 cm rest. You know, for me it's a little bit like wider than the 10 cm, but I can afford it. And then just don't forget to sew the middle parts as follow, because make sure that you have the curve to wear it on your neck. So this one is the collar, and then just attach the stud button on. Also, this one is the bush. To make the bush, you make the blue bow for 2 of them and then overlap them to each other, and then make the tail, the bow tail for 2 pieces as well, and then you just try to overlap each other. Okay, you use the same method as the belt. Okay, now I'm done, and this one is very pretty. Just then put the rhinestone on, and then the chain braided pearl. For the hairband, you will need to cut the rectangular piece of blue cord as follow. You can decide your own length, you know. And also I add a ruffle around the bow as well. This is very cute. And then use the same method as the belt. Just sew the middle part, and then I make smaller white bow, and then sew it on top. I also make a smaller blue bow as well to sew it on top. Okay, and then so now we have 3 layers of the bow. Okay, and then make the bow tail. I use a piece of cord that I have left, so I don't have much of the cord left, you know. I use the whole dress to sew the corset, and this is just the remaining. Okay, sew the bow tail and then attach it on the bow. Okay, I sew another layer as well because this is the leftover from my dress. And then sew the bow on top. Use a little bit like the small piece of cord to secure all bow together. And then sew it. Alright, keep sewing it. Okay, now we get the big bow. This is very cute. Now I use the black headband. You can only have one, and then make the cover for it. You can use the same method as a belt, and then just attach the bow on top of the cover. I sew the breed the outline using 4mm pearl. This one is very cute and vintage, but you can choose not to do it. Okay, and then just insert the structure inside the cover. So now our bow is detachable. You can change the cover to change the different style. You don't need a lot of structure, but you can have only one. And then sew another piece of cloth, wrapping the bow on top and also the headband as well. This one, do not sew it temporary, just sew it on the front part, and for the back part you attach the stud button on the back side. So you can unbutton it and remove the cover from the structure. And now we're done. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel and also check out the print of heart costume. I will try to have more costume in the future. Goodbye.